It's a dead end podcast.
No, it's.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome to Dead End Convos, the podcast where we will never agree. I'm Mary Grace, and this is my father, Rob. So is this not like really echoey to you and feel weird?
I don't care.
Okay. I thought we weren't going to make it.
You did not prepare for this today?
No, I didn't think we were going to make it past the first episode because you were already threatening to quit because of a drunken weekend.
Your drunken weekend.
You were pretty drunk. No, Sean and I, my brother Sean, we need to specify who people are.
Yeah.
My brother Sean and I had a good Saturday.
A loud and obnoxious rant against people.
We got in a little bit of a tiff. Why is this so echoey? Does it not feel?
Who cares? And
because I don't know if the whole thing's gonna sound like
it
shit.
goes to the cars again, and you're, taking over vehicles. Sean not wanting to help fix a vehicle, the fleet, so-called fleet of vehicles. You're gonna turn it off or right in the middle. What are you doing?
No, I'm not turning it off. I just want it to it's freaking me out that it's gonna be completely
why don't you
wrong.
actually turn it down like this?
I am.
Okay.
Did. Anyways, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you definitely. It felt like you were gonna cry and then quit.
This thing?
Yeah. Well, the next day.
Well,
After the argument of, I don't even know why the argument occurred. To be honest, it's usually Sean. Sean's usually the common denominator. Actually, we haven't really had any arguments until he was here. Did you notice that?
Well, I don't know about that. I'm not. I basically. I don't know. I don't really care about that or this. So just go on and get something going on.
I literally don't know what that means.
Well, it's the past. Because you're not drunk anymore. So let's.
I will be. I plan to drink on a couple of these, but
dogs
not yet. I have to
barking
lose
in the
weight,
background.
which is also. We keep running into each other at.
I'm just watching
11
TV.
o'clock at night.
I'm just watching TV, and I go in there
getting
to
food.
come in to support you.
I feel like we both do well during the day, or I do fairly well during the day.
I do fine.
Yeah, and then it's that 10, 11 o'clock. We're getting bowls of food.
Yeah, you inspire me though.
I made a brownie. Well, a bowl of a brownie.
She made a custom hot lava treat.
It was disgusting.
Looked gross, and she
gross.
took it away with her, and I didn't.
I threw it away. I didn't let you see. I took one bite and I threw it away because it was so fucking gross.
It was anytime you use dry powdered chocolates, 2 or 3 different kinds.
I didn't do that.
There's some kind of problem.
I didn't do that.
No.
I used one cocoa powder. I started with the classic Hershey's, and then I moved on to I don't know. Mom had some really fancy.
Fancy. You didn't use.
But I don't think it was.
You needed to use Nesquik.
Holy shit! That scared the shit out of me.
What is it?
It's a text.
Oh.
It's Elizabeth ruining it. My sister Elizabeth. We have to verify or clarify who people are. So anyways, yeah, then the next day after the argument with Sean on Saturday, I said, I got the giant whiteboard. And you said I don't even think I'm doing this podcast anymore.
Well,
we got a 20-minute episode in and he was over it.
Yeah, because I'm part of the star power here and you're giving me a hard time about my contract.
No, that's not at all what happened.
Well, that's how I felt. I felt dissed in my first day after a little weekend thing you guys did and kind of pushing people around. We were
not talking about
dogs.
The dogs
as
are being
evidenced,
really
dogs,
loud right now.
Cats. They're all over the place. Over the place.
They are really loud. But no, the argument was not about that. I don't actually genuinely remember what it was about. I do a little, but I think that you will get upset all over. We'll have them storm off set.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that again.
I'm not going to. So anyways, the first thing I actually wanted to talk about was the fact that there were squirrels inside of a leased car that you got. Mm-hmm. Do you want to explain that to people?
Yeah, it's a terrible thing.
First lease, explain it. What happened here?
Never leased a car before. We leased a car. We got the extra service to make sure if they got a ding in it, it would be fixed. So for 3 years, it would be great. And we're only 6 months into that. And last Thursday, Elizabeth, my daughter, and my wife, Mary, were going somewhere, and they went out to start the car. And they called me and said, something's wrong with your car. It made a lot of noise, and it's a really big problem. And I'm like, it's leased. What are you talking about? So then I came back, and I didn't look at it that night. But Friday morning, I opened the hood, and a young squirrel came flying out.
A young woman
came
young
out
lady.
of the scrambling around underneath and came out of the hood. And I was like, oh, that's great. And he had chewed some fabric. She. So we took it into the dealership, and I'm like, hey, we need an oil change. And there was a squirrel inside. So I want you to make sure there's the fan's making noise. You make sure there's no damage to wiring or anything. So they say, hey, we're like a week and a half behind. We can't take it in right away. So they call on Monday. So it sat the entire weekend and showed me pictures of a crime scene of slaughtered baby squirrels in a fan cage.
It's tragic, really.
And so when they started the car, they spun the babies around and smashed them, and there was blood all over the place, and it was nasty. So at the same time, they left it over the weekend in 85-degree weather, and it started to smell. And then he said, hey, no big deal. It's not that big a deal. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, that's like $300 or something, because rodent damage isn't covered under the extended policy. So then I argue with him a little bit. I'm like, oh, he says, no big deal. And then he texts me the quotation of $3,400 because the fan housing part had been chewed by the squirrel pretty badly. So anyhow, the insurance guy called me today, and he's like, what happened? And I told him. And he's going to call the dealership. But anyhow, the biggest problem is that they left the squirrels in there over the weekend, not getting to it.
Still in there.
No. So it's a very bizarre episode of a beautiful leased vehicle that is now
maybe covered under insurance.
It'll be covered, but I don't know if it'll ever quite be the same. But
still, out of anything that could have happened in the insurance that does get covered, that's like one of the only ones.
So that was the story of the squirrel.
And then my sister and my mother took my car because her car had they didn't know it was squirrels yet, but incident. And they took my car, and then they said my car was messed up. But I just, best life ever.
She had mud in the wheels from the dirt road.
Yeah, I didn't like how that guy fucking talked to me, though. He thought I was an idiot.
Well,
he kept looking at you like, dummy's here to get her car. Because you dropped it off, and then he got this complex about me being an idiot.
Mud in the wheels.
And then I had a hole in my pants.
Yeah. She walks up to the cashier with pants that have been mauled by her.
I don't give a fuck. I don't even fit in my other pants.
No underwear on, so she's got holes in her pajama pants.
But instead of, I mean, first off, I don't care. I already know I don't care. But instead of saying it like, privately, we got up to the cash register area.
He was back in there.
No,
yes, he was.
wasn't.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
He was right there. He wasn't even behind me. He was in front of me.
Bunch
and then
of people
he
pointing.
goes, and then he goes, Mary Grace, you have holes in your pants on your butt in front of everybody.
No.
Yeah, it was super weird.
That's
I literally went
misconstrued.
What?
You're wrong. There was only the one guy. He's an old ass guy.
There was one guy, and he was younger than you. So
that guy was younger than me.
That guy was definitely like maybe 48.
Wow. Well, I feel young.
I don't.
I have if I don't look at mirrors, I have sort of a stopped in time feeling about myself, where I look at anybody and I think I'm younger than them.
Well, I think my brother Sean's girlfriend, Devin, this is a lot of names, made us watch home videos tonight, which was torture. And you kind of are stopped in time.
I'm younger, aren't I, now than I was back then? Yeah.
Maybe the same age, but you went through some, I went through some phases. I couldn't even watch those last ones. Why was I wearing a fucking Catholic school uniform just on every day, no matter what? I had on those freaking khaki pants with the tucked-in polo.
I don't know why.
What the fuck was going on?
Another phase.
Ugh, it's terrible. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know. You don't look much older. You don't look younger.
Thank you. Well, I'm fine with that.
I hope I look different because that was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
My face is starting to pudge out like then though.
Got to grow a beard?
I kind of am. I've got some little baby hairs coming in.
I almost broke my ankle.
You almost broke your ankle sitting?
I don't know. Got caught in its own bones. So when I said I was young.
He's getting really old. Wow. Well, that's different. But all right. So the squirrels, I wanted to get out of the way because that was pretty.
It's still happening.
It is still happening.
It's got to be. And I parked the car just in the same spot. So the mother's probably going in and wondering what happened to the crime scene. I don't know. And the kid that cleaned it up didn't clean up the interior, I'm sure, and that's why it smells. But it's
disgusting.
Bad situation. Yeah.
It's just classic for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Classic.
But we never touched. Oh no, actually, before we get there, when we're talking about animals of any sort, as you'll see on our lovely whiteboard. Jen likes when I talk to her. I can't
see it.
Jen is my sister-in-law, my older brother.
What's that other scribbly stuff down there? You need a darker marker. Well, that's a rhyme.
You don't know my topics anyways.
Something like Aboriginal something.
No,
research
bread.
I didn't put research bread.
Yes, I want to research Aboriginal bread.
What does that say? Yeah.
What?
Of July. I see July. I see bread. I see confessional. No, not confessional. I'm sure you. Something like that.
July is the only word that's on there out of those. But I don't even remember what I was saying, and I was talking to Jen, which she enjoys, but I forgot what I was saying, so I can't even remember. Anyway, so Nico, as you'll see, Nico is written on there. Or I guess you don't actually see it.
No, I don't see him.
Okay, well, it's a surprise then.
I'm glad.
So when I went to look at the apartment that I hated, that I will not move into, do you know what I discovered about Nico? And I discovered that it's
He went with you?
No. Oh. He needs to approve of the apartment before we get it.
No, I was going to say
Nico's
that
my dog.
There's dog piss everywhere in the apartment that you went to look at. And he smelled it.
So anyways.
He needs his own bedroom?
Well, he is going to get his own bedroom.
Oh, good.
He deserves it. He's done a lot of great things for us this year.
No.
No, I discovered because they asked me, what breed is your dog?
Oh, you can't rent anywhere?
And I said, he's a Husky Pomeranian. And she said, unfortunately, Huskies are a restricted breed.
So you have to call him a Pomeranian and then they'll show up with
Yeah. Well, thank God he's a mix because I guess you can't. I mean, probably some places let you, but no.
You know why?
Yeah, because they're destructive.
Yeah, they tear their freaking walls apart.
He would never.
Well, if you're not there and you're at work for 5 hours, he'll probably get bored and tear the place apart. Oh. You're going to have to set up a corner camera with a voice thing where you can yell at him.
Well, I can't even get him into a place if he's restricted.
And you're going to have to tap into his shock collar and blast him through some
My dog does not wear a shock collar.
A vibrating collar? Are you trying to deny that he has some kind of control because he is a terrorist?
He is a good guy. He means well.
Will we get banned by saying terrorist? Because he is a terrorist. A redheaded terrorist, for that matter. Is that bad?
I'm going to have to get a new podcast host. Co-host. I don't know. Anyways, I thought it was funny. He's a restricted breed and may actually inhibit me from moving.
Well, then you're going to have to come up with some plans.
No, I'm leaving for sure.
That's fine.
It's no doubt in my mind.
That was a good plan.
But the lady gave me a little help by saying,
Don't
if you
can
have the vet papers say He's a Pomeranian mix.
He's a nice boy.
He has to get 4 letters of reference
you could get
from
a letter
previous
from
employees.
Janice, or what's her name?
Her name is Janet.
Janet.
No, blah, blah, blah. They said it needs to say Pomeranian mix, which is doable. And if it's not doable, I know how to Photoshop and edit things. So anything is possible with the power of
you're good
editing.
You're good at convincing people of things. That's why I'm here.
That's not true.
Hey, I'm gonna. I'm gonna ask you a question. So when we had our little reality show, because
I was gonna talk about it.
That's what I'm gonna talk about. So don't talk about it.
That actually, I was gonna save that for a later date.
When we had this little fixer house that I was gonna fix up, and you lied that you owned it.
I did.
You lied that I had some kind of a mental problem or something. And then you said that I had an injured arm or something, or broken legs or something, and none of this is true. What are you talking about? And they felt pity on us and let us go on the show. We did have charisma of sorts.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That's what I heard. That's what they told me.
From who?
All the people that was involved. They said, you look like you walked just fine.
I don't understand. Are you being serious?
And he had a poor... Oh, that was your scholarship stuff, where the scholarship applications. And his father left him, and he had a bad arm as a youngster, and I don't know what else you said, but I never know what I'm walking into. If I could walk, it's embarrassing.
The reality show we were on, Renovation Realities, we were honestly a season favorite.
Really?
That's another lie.
Yeah.
And I could tell whenever it aired because some random creepy man, old man, would request me on Facebook. So I always knew when it aired on TV.
I never got any requests, but I don't have Facebook.
Yeah, that would make sense then. And I didn't lie about I did lie about owning the house. But I didn't like anything else.
Yeah, and all the beginning of it where you say you bought it with your money and you really
that's
want to get your money out of it.
Hard to continue to lie about though, because I didn't care about that house, and it looks like it really honestly it turned out in your favor, because it looked as if you were this fucking martyr of a father helping me with my house that I bought, and I was like, I don't want to do it. But it wasn't even my house, and you were rude to me off camera, as you are.
They
camera actually on camera you were rude to me.
It was a fantastic editing job, because it could have gone either way.
It really, really, really could have, actually.
But they were in my favor. It was the greatest thing ever.
Well, I do amp up the character of an asshole.
Bratty asshole?
Yeah. Well, because those are the people, if you ever look at anything, females especially, in any reality, anything, that's who gets the attention. Those are the people that make it. Because everyone's like, oh my God, they're so stupid. Well, yeah. So you keep watching them, but they're not stupid. They're actually smarter than all the fucking people thinking they're stupid. So whatever, make money. But we didn't make that much money. And actually, you didn't even pay me my second installment from that show.
No, because I lost money on the house.
But it wasn't my house. I didn't buy the house.
It came out even. Well, you also were like a person who...
Bro, I sat
there. Only were there for the show. And as soon as, other than the beam that we put in, which was, of course, scary.
That was fucking bad.
You weren't there. You didn't care.
But okay, here's the thing.
And embarrassment to me as a person who knows what I'm doing, that I had to lie or I had to fake that I didn't know what I was doing.
You had to sign an NDA for this.
What do you mean?
You signed an NDA. You can't talk about that. NDA. Non-disclosure agreement.
Oh. Well, I don't know.
That was another lie. You never signed anything. But
I did too.
You didn't sign anything saying you couldn't talk about what happened.
You can't use the footage and talk about
not use the footage, but you can say what happened, that they made you lie.
Yeah.
Everyone was making you lie. That must have been rough for you. An honest man.
But let me tell you, it was a sparkling gem when I finished.
I honestly, I'm going to say this turned out the best for you, only because if that show had not happened, I'm going to be 100% honest, I wouldn't even have fucking went to that house one time. And I helped you put up drywall, that other stuff that goes inside. prickly stuff, fiberglass. There we go. I helped you put that up. The ceiling. Didn't I? Yeah, I had that bouncing on my head at one point. They didn't put any of that footage in.
It wasn't that hard.
It didn't sound about being hard. I just never ever would have shown up to do that if there wasn't a show.
The great beam installation of the jacking up of the beam.
Yeah, but that wasn't on camera for sure, and I didn't want to be there.
That should have been. That was a good part.
But anyways, they made him lie about not knowing things.
Dimensional errors. It was terrible.
Yeah. Anyways, you should watch it. It's Renovation Realities. It's the Kennedy episode or something. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
We don't make any of the money from it, unfortunately. I don't know why.
I don't think it ever gets played, so don't worry about it.
Jen bought it. Jen.
$1. Drew bought it for $1.
Yeah, see, we should have got some royalties from that.
He said, I'm spending this $1 to see this thing.
Oh, there's Nora.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, so anyways, we are reality show stars. I know you're wondering, how in the hell are they so confident on camera, so good on the mic, so quick?
Liars.
Yeah, you just lie. You just lie, and lie some more. That's what we've learned.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I had an original point with that. Actually, no, you brought that up. Was that the whole point?
The whole point was how you get from point A to point B. More than the reality show, it's how you convince them that we are doing that.
I didn't have to convince them. I did the process of what it said. It said, like, send this in. I sent it in, and they called me and did it. Did they screen you?
No.
What the fuck did I get screened for?
Well, we sent them a video.
Yeah, but I had to, like, answer questions that, like, it was a lot.
When you're in charge, it was your house.
That's true. I did love that house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I didn't lie. I didn't lie at all to get that. That came easy, naturally. What else do I lie about?
Your scholarship stuff.
I didn't. Okay.
You
don't want to talk about
they're
this
gonna come
stuff.
Take it away.
You don't want to talk about this. I didn't lie about any of it, so I don't know what you're talking about. You're the one that's bringing this up.
I don't know if it's called, like, embellishing or
it's called fabricating.
Well, expounding in fabrication.
How many synonyms are we gonna say here?
I don't know if that's a verb or synonym, but it's what it is.
That was another thing we found out on the reality show. He didn't know past tense, present tense.
I live in the present, like right now, and
no, actually, when they were asking you to say the sentences, you were living in the past.
We were.
They wanted you to talk as if you were in the moment doing what you were doing. Like, you know how they cut back, like he couldn't envision this for some reason. How, like, during something, like if you're putting up drywall, it cuts back to
we're going to put up drywall.
No, we are.
We are putting up drywall.
Yeah, we're putting up the drywall. And, like, that's what they were like, say what happened. And you're like, oh, we're putting up the drywall. And then Mary Grace dropped it. And that's what they wanted. And you kept going, we were putting up the drywall. And they're like, no, present tense. And then you were like, yeah. Present tense. Then you go.
None of it matters.
And then they were like, all right, go ahead. You're like, we were putting up the drywall.
We were. And the thing about it is, it's a dumb way to do it.
What did you want them to do? Pull you aside every 4 seconds?
Just video me live and I'll just do the work.
You weren't talking. That was the other thing that was difficult. I don't know what were you trying to do there?
I didn't know anything about it. I was just there to do the work. I wasn't like, oh, you're going to Joe Rogan me again?
I don't know. I don't watch Joe Rogan.
Put it up a little more in front of your face. He says it to everybody that gets it off kiltered at all. He starts to talk to him about that.
Okay. It's whatever. Yeah, the present tense was difficult.
So I was just watching a documentary on the Val. Do you know Val?
No.
Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Do you know Val Kilmer?
I know the name, but I don't like that I don't really know. I feel like this.
Let's see. Well, you're going to have to cut it. Why?
Because I sound stupid.
Well, he did a lot of acting, and he was like in a lot of movies. Wait, let me look what he looks
like.
Yeah. And he was Iceman in Top Gun, which is the guy who played the
I don't watch
one
movies,
pilot
so this is hard for me.
But anyhow, I thought I'd hate that video, or that thing, but it was very interesting to me. It was very interesting life, actually. But he has throat cancer now, so he's talking through a trachea tube where he plugs it and goes, rant, 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 and he's trying to deal with that. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. You don't care?
I don't know.
Val, she doesn't care. She doesn't care a bit about it.
That's not.
I just didn't say. I'm
Val,
trying.
I stand with you. I feel for you.
It's a bullshit. He's a liar. She doesn't know who you are. Did you see his picture?
Yeah, I don't know who he is.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry, Val. He did play Batman one season, and he was in a very
any of this shit.
Very stiff Batman suit, and he didn't like it at all. Although he agreed to do it because he thought it'd be cool. But
I don't watch anything.
Yeah,
so it's hard.
It was an interesting story. It's one of those things.
That, like, what touched your heart?
No, it's just that you think that things are going good for people, and it seems like everybody's got a jammed up situation right now.
No, I think what you confuse here is that
everybody has jammed up situations.
I think what you confuse with jammed up situations is just what life is. You know, like you just go through it and like you coast, and then you get fucked.
Oh my God.
And that's what you consider a jammed up situation, but I think it's just like the trials and tribulations of life.
Well,
and you consider it as like a roadblock that's just like,
if you just like break your toe or something, that's a trial.
No.
I mean, getting like throat cancer is not.
That's a trial.
Yeah.
A broken toe is just an inconvenience. You would consider that a trial to your life?
That would suck.
Well, yeah, it's an inconvenience.
Okay.
The trials and tribulations of life are like the big things, you know? Like, we all die.
Well,
we're just going to die.
I think so that for next time we can have a conversation about the Val Kilmer documentary, which I didn't really think I wanted to watch, but there was so much noise upstairs that I put my headphones on and I watched it. I think
Are you talking about tonight when your son and his girlfriend were here and I was sitting there, we were all sitting on the couch with you, and it was too loud, so you put your headphones on and ignored us and tried to watch Val Kilmer?
I did. And I think that for next time
that is
I think for next time
it was too much of a nuisance to have your family around.
No, you guys are playing those childhood videos and they're so loud.
Torture.
They're loud.
Those last ones, man, with those fucking pants were torture.
The look, I can't and it's not about other people's voices, it's about my own. So
yeah, that's how we all feel.
Okay. So, yeah, why don't you watch it, and then the next time we get together, we can discuss the Val Kilmer video. Maybe you'll have something bad, more positive to say about Val.
I didn't say anything negative about him.
Yeah, you did.
What did I say negative about him?
I have a short memory. I don't remember.
I didn't say shit. I just said that I don't really know who he is. I know his name. I don't know him. I don't watch anything. How is that personal? I don't know anything. I can't say anything negative or positive.
Then let's watch it and you'll see. So what else is currently coming up in your area of interest? Oh, wait a second. We have a shoe cobbler in the house, I think. Is that you? Because I was upstairs. I was upstairs.
I heard peach cobbler at first.
No, shoe cobbler. I was upstairs.
Yeah.
Minding my own business as try usual, listening for noises, and
That's weird.
I hear bang, 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 like there's elves building small toys, and then there would be a little bit of metal banging sometimes. Ping, ping, ping.
Yeah.
So right over here in the left of our little studio-ish thing, we've got some kind of a craft table that some little person,
I don't know who it is.
Yeah, is making things, and probably out of like the 70 Amazon boxes or that have come in the last 3 months.
Look,
two a day.
Look.
It's like just
look, I'm over everything. So I'm going to make something else work, okay?
So I think that I probably need to recraft the driveway for like a U shape, because they need to get out easier and not turn, they need to swoop in and swoop back out, or they need to have a big drop box you can just throw them into down at the end of the driveway. Because come wintertime, they get afraid and they call me, and I'll be going down there all the time.
An Amazon truck did get stuck in the thing.
Yeah, and then there's one lady that calls me. I've been called by her.
How does she know your number?
I'm on the account.
Oh.
And she calls and she's like, I'm down here. Can I leave it at the end of the driveway by this orange cone, or can you come down or whatever? And rightfully so. She's got like the little van or the big van that has no traction. Yeah, I had a call for Elizabeth's Amazon, a guy saying,
that's my sister.
do you have, is she home? And I'm like, I don't know. And I texted her, no, she's not. Leave it at the door.
Why would you tell him that she's not home?
I didn't.
Like, you could send a murderer straight at her.
It's the Amazon guy calling me about her package. And then I'm like, are you inside? Because sometimes she's inside. It's like a regular.
This doesn't sound right.
This
Why does it matter if she's inside or not?
Because she needs to come out and get her box from the guy.
Or else, where does he put it when you say she's not
in
there?
the apartment? They don't usually leave them in a complex.
You gotta go right into the mic.
Oh my god.
Well, you're just gonna make it irritating.
Joe.
The camera's off. When did it turn off?
Oh my god, you're kidding me.
Fuck. Wait. It's gonna go black for a minute. Hold on, I'll just reconnect the sound once the camera turns back on. Just keep talking. Oh fuck. When did it
I have a very amateur production assistant here. Very amateur.
Fuck, I don't know when it stopped. Alright, well, it's recording again.
Well, that's stupid.
Well, it might have an area of black space. Or I'll put a picture of us like this. Up. Oh my god.
Why would it do that?
I don't know. I probably have to look through the settings on this thing. I don't really know.
I think we've talked longer this time than last time.
Mm-hmm.
So it has a timeout at like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
What time does it say it there?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Oh,
31:45.
Great. So we have 7 minutes left. It's a 40
Is this really hard for you?
It's okay when it's flowing, but when it's not, it sucks.
Okay.
Get your shit together.
Okay.
I can't carry you any longer.
What were we just talking about?
We're talking about the cobbler booth over here and Elizabeth's packages.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't care anymore.
So anyhow, whatever. They call me. I text her. She says I'm not there, or I'm inside, I'm coming out. And they know because they're like standing there.
I don't know. Sounds weird. Yeah, I'm going to just keep trying things until something works that makes it so I can be free. 100% free.
I don't disagree with you, but it's
billionaire.
It's pretty hard to make enough to pay for an apartment with a Pomsky.
No, it's
housing
not.
a Pomsky.
He is a Pomeranian mix. Actually, my dog is a Pomeranian mix.
Don't they call him a Pomsky?
My dog, for the record, is a Pomeranian mix.
Oh, you're trying to stop saying the Husky part.
He's a Pomeranian mix. And if anybody finds out differently, I'll know who the rat is.
Yeah, he's a terrorist.
I feel like Pomeranians are a little crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyways, I thought it was interesting that he was a restricted breed.
So now we're going to put a little advertisement in for the Colorado,
our first sponsor.
Colorado hot dog stand, the Fancy Wiener, Buena Vista, Colorado, for the summer. We don't know where he's going for the winter. If you're out in Buena Vista, check out the Fancy Wiener.
It's our cousin. He's your cousin as well, actually.
He's a giant baby, but yeah, he's our cousin.
All right. Well, it started nice, but
it doesn't.
Just stop.
It doesn't matter.
Just stop
He makes a good wiener, we've heard, so he can put it together.
All right. Anyways, I wanted to get more into the drinking stuff. I wrote down 4th of July, but I don't know if we should do it. That's a long conversation.
I don't want to talk about that.
No. We have to talk about 4th of July but I don't think today's the day because, like I said, that's a long conversation. And also, I think you might hurt someone's feelings.
Which person?
I think you know who it is.
I don't even remember the 4th of July.
Can you stop? I'm a liar. Talk about we played waterfall. Remember that you were smiling and laughing the entire time.
I was faking. And whose feelings could be hurt by anything to talk about?
Your favorite son, self-proclaimed.
Who's that? There's 2 of them. Which one?
You have a third one that
Which one
claimed himself into your life.
Are you talking about Paul or Sean? I don't know which one.
You have a third one that proclaimed himself into your life.
Oh, Vincent.
I think you might hurt Vincent's feelings.
Oh, no. Oh, my.
Vinnie, just to give you a heads up for the next episode, your feelings might get hurt.
Well, it's parenting.
You're going to get parented through a podcast that you may not watch. But we'll save it for next time. We'll let Vinnie get ready. Vinnie might enjoy being a piece of it. You know what? Maybe we can bring Vinnie on after that.
We'll put him in the chair on the
to
wall.
confront you.
Sure.
Yeah. So Vinnie, you'll get a chance to talk. I'm not going to let him drag you, even though you drag me all the time. You actually even told me that you're only excited about this podcast because you want to watch him.
Oh, so now how am I supposed to be a taskmaster?
Well, you certainly told me your thoughts.
About what?
The 4th of July.
Lying and cheating?
No. I don't care what you say to me about that stuff. I'm talking about the 4th of July. And I guess just drinking in general, for some reason, he just can't stand.
It just gets so damn loud.
Are you good? Like, do you have sensory issues maybe?
I think I might.
Well, maybe we should like invest in some real big puff headphones for you.
The sound canceling?
With like not even to play anything through, just like the big like
the deprivation
ones.
chamber ones?
Yeah.
I want those.
What the fuck? Your birthday just passed. We should if we would have known, we would have got you some big old
I think we need a
masks.
sauna and we need a deprivation chamber.
What are you talking about?
And we need a lap pool.
Maybe
swim.
Okay, but first, what we need to do, because we're impulsive people, we need to make sure that we even have the motivation to do anything for more than one day.
Yeah, but the deprivation chamber isn't like doing it. You lay in there.
Why
in the
would
dark.
you? Do you even know what deprivation chambers are? You think you would like
starve me of all the sensory impulses.
Wait, do you actually have a sensory problem?
In the box and be very quiet. So when I had,
but you know, people come out like discombobulated, like they get like fucked up in those.
So well, I don't want to.
Don't pull the cord.
So when I had my triple kidney stone bypass last week.
2 weeks ago.
I don't know. They put me into the room and gave me Torgastatin or something and some other stuff, and they gave me a warm blanket, and it was dark, and I liked it a lot.
But you do understand that the deprivation chambers, like, it's literally nothing. Like, people for real like go a little crazy. Like, it's just your head.
Am I locked in it, or can I get out?
I mean, it's you pay for it. I don't think
so. Then I'm not worried about that.
No, it's not that. It's like you have to be alone with your thoughts, like just your thoughts.
Have you ever crawled into like a
get up in the mic?
Have you ever crawled into like a pipe and you can't get out of it, or like a small hole crevasse?
No. What are you talking about?
Well, those are the times you think about.
You know, it did happen to me.
You could get. I know, but wait a second.
It
could get stuck in this spot. Like you're gonna go through and fix something in a really small, like a car, even, and you get jammed in there and you can't get out.
If you got jammed in a car,
like a part of a car. I mean. Again, you wouldn't know. You've never tinkered with one, being afraid of like oil pit changeover pits, in the ground.
I know what that is.
Oil change pits.
Yeah.
And
I would never go over one. I'm scared.
And scary car washes. That would be.
I'm not gonna.
That's the extent of your.
I even worked at the car wash and I misguided people into those things. Because I don't really understand what's happening with those. I would be like this, and then they'd be looking out the window, and I'd be like this, and then I'd be like, and then a couple people went off the tracks, and I was like, I don't know, you fucked that up. I don't even know where they were supposed to be going.
It's a freaking track with a chunk of metal on it, and that pushes them along. If you have them off,
who cares?
You have them off the track, they're off the track.
Look, it looks like you have a lot of time in your hands to sit here and study fucking car wash. things.
No,
Who cares?
A car wash is actually a joyful, small deprivation chamber. Anywhere you can go.
This is very odd to me to find out that this is what you needed.
Anywhere you can go where nobody can get a hold of you, and it's some quietness.
Are you okay?
It's a good space.
Are you good?
Do you not understand what
Who
I'm
is
talking
getting
about?
a hold of you so often?
Just when people cannot get a hold of you, like that giant storm we had earlier, where it's like, well, they were calling me the whole time we were in the storm, but where you know that people are trying to save themselves, that means they're not bothering you. Isn't that a great statement?
It sounds like something the Grinch would say or something, but
it is one.
Like when people are in turmoil and they have to save themselves, they don't talk to you.
So if there's a giant storm and you're supposed to be doing something for work, if the people that are wanting it from you are in the storm, then you can be like, I can just do whatever I want because it doesn't matter right now. But it's nice to have a time that nothing matters at that certain time. And the car wash is one of those because you're in the car wash. And you're just sort of like, that's all you can do at that time is be in the car wash. It doesn't last long enough, but
it really doesn't last very long at all.
No.
But you think that if you were in a deprivation chamber, which is like the most silent of silence, dark, all of it, that you would be able to just not think about the things that are going on?
I don't know. They were talking about the float baths and stuff. I don't know. I don't want to do that either. But it's why when you say like going to a foreign country that I know, like the Greece, when you don't have a cell phone and you're off the map and nobody can mess with you and you could either be in trouble at home financially or not, or have work that people wanted to do or not. It doesn't matter. Like when you're in an airplane, that's what I'm saying, like an airplane on your trip, you're off of the map. You can't be. That's not true of driving around the country. It's true when you go, and I think that's cool.
Yeah. So the only real thing that you like about these things then is like being. It's what I'm saying. That's what I said last time. The idea of running away and being free is great, but I don't think it's as great as it seems once it's happening.
I think
it sounds great in your head to think like everything can be not happening anymore, almost.
Well, you have to have a balance, but it sure would be nice to have a gap of time that it happens and still have the security of coming back to whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
The best, when you start working and you have a long history of life like that, you don't get those gaps at all. They just don't happen. Some fucking squirrel gets inside your car and fucks everything up.
Oh my God.
It's true.
But see, if you live in this downward spiral instead of living in the fact that shit happens.
No, it doesn't happen. How often?
Yes, it does.
How often? I asked the guy, insurance guy, and he said it happens. He's heard of this like 1 or 2 times. So
I know.
I'm the third guy.
But that's how like a lot of things are. Like I'm saying, shit happens to everybody. It's not the same shit, but shit happens to people.
Sure.
Look at fucking Val, our boy Val Kilmer.
You remembered his name. Val, she remembered your name.
Fuck yeah, I did. I'm his biggest fan.
Do you know what's sad, though, that happened in the documentary?
No. Are we discussing the documentary now?
Just one more time.
I'm just like paranoid that's going to shut back off because I don't know what the fuck that was.
Val's brother, Wesley, who was younger than him when he was 14 or 15, had epilepsy, and he got epileptic seizure in a hot tub and drowned. Mm-hmm. And Wesley was a promising young, like, smart kid about like movie stuff and like doing like films, like amateur films and acting stuff and whatever. So sad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, shit happens and you're complaining about a squirrel.
Well, no.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Shit happens to everybody. But the squirrel is nothing compared to that.
Every week something has to happen like that.
I think, and this
that's what you call a string of bad luck.
This is a lot coming from somebody like me because I'm a fairly negative person. I'm not known for my optimism, but you are literally only looking at the negative things if that's what you're looking at.
The squirrel?
You said a bad thing happens every week.
Something bad happens every week.
Right, but a bunch of good things happen in the week too.
Yeah.
See, you're a very negative person. You don't even, that was, you're not a good liar. Yeah.
Well,
you don't think anything good happens in your weeks?
It does, but the commotion and the loudness.
Oh my God. I really did not know that you very clearly have some sort of
good hearing.
I don't know. It sounds like an actual sensory issue.
It is. I have very good hearing.
I think it's called like, I don't know.
Don't label people. She's going to label somebody right now. Me. Don't do it. Yeah, you are.
Oh my God.
My
head hurts.
Should I label you for that?
Yeah, I have a headache. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Sad things happen. Shit happens. Life sucks.
No, I didn't say that.
And that's the message.
Squirrels go into vehicles and wreak havoc with houses and everything. I know people have.
You've had a lot of beef with squirrels, actually. Remember that one that Jen was here for it. That was probably the same fucking one. Maybe the dad of those babies.
Yeah. Came out of the chimney.
Didn't it like attack you?
Not me. Right straight for Jed. She was hopping around. That was funny.
Yeah, you have a weird amount of beef with squirrels.
I'm going to clear them all out. It'd be another crime scene out there.
No.
You want me to trap them and take them up to Saginaw?
But see, this is the problem too. They're animals. They're not like there he is. Let's fuck him up. He leased that car. Let's get that car. They don't know.
Well,
they
there
don't
were
know shit.
3 or 4 cars, and they want the new one.
Well, wouldn't you?
I don't know. I don't even know how he figured out to go where he went. But
I think it's just coincidence that he went where, or she went where she went.
Well, it's a tragic event for her because it's a murder scene. Crimes
yeah, I don't love that at all.
Want to see a picture?
No, not even a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Why would you take a picture?
The auto guy was sending me pictures, proving this, proving that.
That's disgusting.
And then the state.
You should report.
And then the insurance guy wanted the pictures, so I'm
a bunch of fucking creeps sharing a murder scene.
Yeah,
it's disgusting. I hate that.
All right, is that all you got for today?
I think my head is
a headache.
Well, look at my eyes like bloodshot.
I've got a headache and I got bloodshot eyes. It's a long day.
I do.
That's a cobbler's life.
It is. I've been doing
cobbler's
I'm working
life.
like 6 jobs right now.
Yeah.
Not making money yet, more than 1. Actually, maybe 2. All 6 pretty soon.
Wow.
I know. I'm going to be so rich. It's going to be insane.
It's a miracle. Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. You cannot be a cobbler in an apartment because people will come up. We had that condo and Mom got accosted for, she was pounding them for a long time, but she was pounding the nuts for baklava. And it went on for maybe an hour. And the lady from below came up and was like, "What are you doing?" And Mom had the giant pile of like chopped up walnuts.
No, people are assholes.
With the slammer.
I'll do what I need to do.
So in that sense, do you
I'm
do you bring a peacemaking thing like an actual piece of the baklava, or do you just say, "Screw off"?
No, you just start
pounding more.
Yeah.
So you need a ground floor unit though, because cobbling is loud.
Oh my fucking God, bro! I'm gonna live close enough that I can just come cobble here.
Are you now? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Well, that warms,
didn't I tell you that I'm
warms,
renting the basement? No,
warms my heart. Yeah, you can pay.
No, I don't want to rent. I don't want. No.
We have a
but
nice space for you there.
No, I'm so good.
Tiny house.
Spiders in here.
Tiny house.
Spiders in this house.
Roll it in somewhere out there.
Dad, we'll all be so unhappy. All of us.
What part of it?
Me still being here. We'll all be unhappy.
Tiny
except for
house. Mom. Outside.
No.
You go.
No.
You and Pomsky.
No.
The mix.
No. He's a Pomeranian mix.
I know. All right.
I don't know what he's mixed with. I'm not sure. I was never told.
Farewell, Mary Grace.
Talk to you next week, Rob.
Okay. See ya.
It was certainly nice seeing you.
See you next time.
See you next week,
maybe when
partner.
When you come back.
What? What?
Well, if you don't live here.
Oh, I don't live here. No.
Right.
I'm gonna head out now. I gotta head home. It's getting late.
All right.
I don't want to drive in the dark like that.
Do you want me to take us out with a song?
Go ahead. My head's burning though.
I can't actually.
Go ahead. I can't do it. It's disgusting to my ears.
Wah, wah.